Hi everyone, welcome to another Zohar reading, and we'll say hello to this great big group of people who meets from all around the world to attend these special sessions we have with the loftiest of Kabbalistic texts, including Ed saying hello from Northern Ohio, L. Lynn from Minnesota, Sean, love from Melbourne, Australia, Carl, greetings from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dewey, a warm hello from Alabama. Susan, thank you for the efforts. Hugs from Toronto, Canada. Joe Grazia. Hello, friends from San Diego. Alyona from Russia. Peace on Earth. Sylvie sends her love and shalom from the Netherlands. Sean Forrest from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Francine Prez from Portland, Oregon. Tulik sending his love from Brooklyn. Cannibal Osmos, hi from France. Jocelyn Steves, love from Eastern Ontario. Mary from Sackett's Harbour. And Richard, love from Los Angeles. Sonia, love from Oslo, Norway. Annie, shalom from Asheville in North Carolina. Monica, love from Monica in the UK. Busy B, Deuce, 1, love from Louisiana. Haruki Magic, shalom from Romania. Daniel Parkman, hi from Switzerland. Michaela, love and peace from Romania. Albert from Germany. Eric, love from India. You can call me Taurus. And David J. Karen sending his greetings from New York City. And also on Facebook we have Julie sending greetings from Utah with love. And we still have that outdated announcement about downloading the Zohar Sukkot material there on Facebook. So I should try to fix that sometime. It's another Zohar session. We're going to prepare our intention now for this reading today, but before we do so, let's also prepare the text itself, and as usual I'll show you how we can do that. Today we're going to be reading from the text for the portion VaYetze, and Jacob went out, and once again we just go to the Kabbalah.info website, click on the Zohar, study the Zohar, and then you can just go down till you see VaYetze. And we're going to read this one, part 2. VaYetze and Jacob went out, part 2. So that's how you can find it. And as usual, we're going to hear a few words to prepare us and prepare our intention for this session and for the reading by our teacher here at the B'nai Baruch Kabbalah Education and Research Institute, Kabbalist Dr. Michael Laitman.
Can I ask about the intention during the studies?
Yes.
Bala Sulam writes in 155 that from the big desire to know what we're studying, we draw the reflected lights. And you said that we have to learn together when we study tests.
Yes.
How can I connect what Bala Sulam says from the big desire to know that it won't take over me and become the central thing in the studies, that, like you said, that we study together? How do we balance? Because I want to understand.
Knowing, understanding is not our goal. I understand it's a correct inclination, tendency on a part of a person when he learns science. But we need to learn science, but Torah, meaning we want the light, which is called Torah, the light that is in these texts. Through them, it will influence us and correct us. The result of the learning is not that I stuff myself with what is written in every page of the study of the 10 Sfirot, but that I will come out to feel these things, like Barasulam, the Ari, who felt it and then wrote. So I have to come through their writing to the feeling. This is my work.
The big desire to learn is something that we as attain can reach before the studies, to come to it together.
Yes, we come in order to attain these actions in our vessels. Attainment means that I have vessels that are similar to the light as much as possible, and accordingly will be my level of attainment higher and higher.
Thank you.
Yes, we come in order to attain these actions in our vessels.
Zohar reading of the portion VaYetze, and Jacob went out, part 2, starting from the section, and found mandrakes in the field. Item 190. How manifold are your works, O Lord! In wisdom you have made them all. How manifold are your works, O Lord! Indicates that there is no number to them, meaning Mochin de Chasadim, light of mercy. In wisdom you have made them all, indicates the Mochin of a number of Chokhmah. And although they differ from one another, they all come out at the same time, simultaneously. As a hammer strikes a rock and elicits sparks to all sides at once, the Creator elicited several different kinds at once. 191. The world was made by speech and wind together, which are zon, as it is written, by the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. By the word of the Lord is speech, the nukva, who shines in chokhmah. And by the breath of his mouth is the wind, ziranpin, who shines in chasadim. One does not go without the other. They are incorporated in one another, and several armies and camps come out of them, which differ in their illumination in chokhmah and in chasadim. But they are all the same at the same time. 192. When the Creator wished to create the worlds, he elicited one hidden light, the light of Bina, because he inserted the Yud into the light of Bina, and it became Avir, air. This means that all the revealed lights come out and shine from that light through the removal of the Yud from the Avir, when it returned to being Or, light. And from that light, the rest of the lights were expanded and came out. This is the upper world, Bina. 193. The upper light, Bina, spread further, and the craftsman, the emanator, made a light that does not shine. He made the lower world, the nukva. And because it does not shine, it must connect above and connect below, and through the connection below it becomes connected to shine in the connection above. How manifold are your works, O Lord, and by the word of the Lord were the heavens made. Even though this was said about illuminations that differ from one another, chasadim and chokhmah, they nonetheless came out at once, since the root of chokhmah and chasadim is in the upper world, Bina. Also Bina spread in her left line, which is light that does not shine because it is chokhmah without chasadim. And then it made the lower world, the nukva. Since the left does not shine without chasadim, it mated on the masach de chirik de zon, that rose there for man and elicited the level of the middle line on it, uniting right and left. Then the Chokhmah clothed in Chasadim, and her illumination was complemented in 3 lines, Chabad, Chokhmah bin Adat. And because 3 come out of 1 and 1 stands in all of them, meaning that Zon, too, obtained the illumination of those 3 lines. It follows that because of Bina's left, which does not shine, Bina mated on the Masach de Zon, and thus obtained the Mochin from her. This is why it is written that the artisan, the emanator, made a light that does not shine, and made the lower world, the Nukva, because the emanator made the light that does not shine in the left of Bina. He made and corrected the lower world with all his Mochin. Also, because it is a light that does not shine, it must connect above and connect below, since the left line of Bina does not shine. Thus it must connect in a connection of 3 lines in the 2 worlds. In the upper world itself, it does not shine for lack of Chasadim, and in the lower world itself, the Nukva, it does not shine because its root is in Bina. Hence it must connect in Bina, which is its root, and connect to the Nukva to receive from her the Masach Dechirik, on which the level of the middle line comes out, which complements the left. And although the Masach Dechirik is in Ziranpin, each Masach is still considered the Nukva, because the male is considered the light of the degree, hence the Masach de Ziranpin is regarded as being in the Nukva. And through the connection below, meaning the Masach Dechirik in the lower world, the left line connects to shine in the connection of Bina above, since through the Masach Dechirik in the lower world, the left line connects to shine in the connection of Bina above. This is so because through the Masach Dechirik in the Nukva, which elicits the middle line, the left of Bina connects with her right and shines. 194. And that light which does not shine, the left line in the connection of the 3 lines above in Bina, elicits all the many different kinds of armies and camps, where one is in Chokhmah and the other is in Chasadim. As it is written, "How manifold are your works, O Lord." How manifold are your works means illuminations of Chasadim, Mochin that have no number. And in wisdom you have made them all is Mochin of a number. And yet they came out at once because the illumination of the left is tied to the 2 worlds together, and its illumination is primarily in the upper world, which is governed by the illumination of Chasadim that are covered from Chokhmah, which have no number. Hence, although the 2 above-mentioned kinds of Mochin differ from one another, still each illumination consists of both, since they come out at once. 195. All that exists on earth exists above as well. There is not a tiny thing in this world, in the Nukva, that is not dependent upon another thing, a higher one, which is appointed over it from above, in Bina. This is so because all that there is in the Nukva is from what she receives from Bina. This is why there is nothing in the Nukva whose root is not in Bina. Therefore, when something awakens below, in the Nukva, its appointed root awakens over it, above in Bina, first, since all things are united with one another. 196. And Rachel said to Leah, "Please give me some of your son's mandrakes." This does not mean that the mandrakes begot Rachel, but the Creator arranged that Issachar would be born through the mandrakes. He clung to the Torah more than all the other tribes because Rachel clung to Jacob and did not let him go to Leah. As it is written, "Is it a small matter for you to take my husband?" And it is written, therefore he may lie with you tonight in return for your son's mandrakes. The light that does not shine, the illumination of Chokhmah in the left line, can shine only in two worlds, Bina and Nukva. This is so because its root is in Bina, but it needs the Masach Dechirik, which is in Zon, to elicit the middle line over it, which decides. This is why it is written, Reuben went and found mandrakes in the field, and brought them to his mother, Leah. Mandrakes are illumination of the left, light that does not shine. It is called Dudaim, mandrakes, since it is the root of Ahavat Dudim, love of lovers. The text tells us that Leah's son found them and brought them to his mother to teach us that the root of this light is in Leah, Bina, and not in Rachel. However, Rachel receives it from Leah, and this is the meaning of what she said to Leah, please give me some of your son's mandrakes, meaning that she wanted to be rewarded with this light. And Leah said to her, Is it a small matter for you to take my husband? Ziranpin, the proprietor of the Masach Dehirik, who complements the illumination of the mandrakes with his decision, is constantly with the Masach in Rachel, for she carries the Masach Dechirik when Ziranpin is with her. This is the meaning of Leah's argument to Rachel. You want both, to keep the Masach Dechirik, which I need in order to elicit the middle line, and you want my mandrakes too, for without Jacob, the middle line, they do not shine even in me. This is why Rachel's reply to her was, therefore he may lie with you tonight. And he lay with her that night. He refers to the Masach Dehirik in him, so that from its zivug, the level of the middle line that unites the two lines in Leah would be extended. And then the mandrakes are complemented in her. Afterwards she gave them to Rachel too, according to the rule, 3 come out of 1, and 1 stands in 3. 197. They caused Issachar to appear in the world, so that the scent of Torah would rise before the Creator. As it is written, the mandrakes give forth fragrance. This is because Issachar clings to the Torah more than all the other tribes. It is written, and he lay with her that night. He is called the upper world, because he is concealed and is not revealed. And because the Torah came out from the upper world, it is implied in the zivug for Issachar. And he lay with her that night, since Issachar is a merkava, a chariot or a structure for the Torah. 198. The upper world is called he in all the places, since it is not revealed. Also it is said, but the Levites alone shall do the service, which means that he is serving the upper world, called he, to extend blessings from there to all the worlds. And Issachar clings to the upper world, hence we called Zeranpin the tree of life, since it is a tree that extends from the upper life, in the upper hidden world, called he, and not you. For the word you indicates the revealed, and the word he indicates the concealed. 199. Did those mandrakes open Rachel's womb? They did not. It was the Creator who opened her womb and nothing else, as it is written, and God gave heed to her and opened her womb. Even though those mandrakes have the power to affect above, it is not in their power to bring about sons, since sons depend on luck, meaning dikna de arichanpin, and on nothing else. 200. Were the mandrakes created in vain, because they do not affect anything? Indeed, they affect a special action, and they even help sons, those that are delayed in bearing and are not barren. However, it was not given to them to beget, but to luck. And if they are sentenced to beget in luck, but are detained for some reason, then the mandrakes are helpful. 201. From the illumination of Chokhmah in her, which shines, the wine that delights God and people, the Nukva is blessed only by the right side, Chasadim, since Chokhmah without Chasadim is darkness. For this reason, while the right was awakened to bestow into the cup of blessing, to the Nukva, the left would not support there because the right found a reason in the cup for which to awaken to the upper world, which is Chasadim that are covered from Chokhmah. The Nukva, while she is the left line, Chokhmah without Chasadim, is called a cup. At that time she does not shine and she needs the blessing, the extension of Chasadim from the right line, called blessing. Thus while the right awakened to bestow upon the cup of blessing, to the Nukva, the left will not support there. When the right bestows Chasadim upon her, she will completely terminate the illumination of the left, Chokhmah, since the right has found a reason in the cup, in what was darkened and does not shine. Because of it, it abandoned the illumination of Chokhmah in the left and was evoked to extend Chasadim from the upper world, which is Leah, who is in Chasadim that are covered from Chokhmah. And if at that time there is some support from the left, the right will not be able to cling to the upper world, which is covered from Chokhmah, and extend Chasadim from there, since Dvekut, adhesion, means equivalence of form. 202. And Reuben went is the south side, right line, Chasadim. This is why his banner is on the south, the head and the beginning of the 12 boundaries. The 12 boundaries are the 4 directions: Chug, Chesed Gvura, Tiferet, and Malchut, in each of which are 3 lines. Chesed is the beginning of the 12 boundaries, and the craving of the south to find reason and a gift for the Nukva to bless her. 203. And found mandrakes in the field. He went looking through all the treasures of the Nukva, and in the field, the Nukva, he found the mandrakes. It was said about them, the mandrakes give forth fragrance. They are the 2 Chrubim, the correction of the Nukva for awakening upwards, to Bina, since in all the corrections of this field, there is no correction that awakens upwards, to Bina, but the Chrubim. Mandrakes are illumination of Chokhmah in the left line. As long as she is devoid of Chasadim, she does not shine and is considered absent. Reuben is the light of Chesed. He went to search and disclosing the mandrakes in the field. Without him they do not exist, because by clothing with them with the light of Chesed, they appear and shine. This is why it is considered that he found them, disclosed them. Also, these are the 2 Chrubim that come from the illumination of the left, the correction of the Nukva for awakening upwards, toward Bina, since Nukva receives all the corrections and the Mochin from Zeranpin, and not from Bina. From Bina herself, she receives only those Mochin of the illumination of the left, the mandrakes, and equally with Zeranpin, since then she is in a state of the 2 great lights. This is so because in all the corrections of this field, there is no correction that awakens upwards, to Bina, but the Chrubim. 204. The south side, Hesed, awakens to her to find reason to bless her, to extend Chasadim to her, during the harvest when he gives spoils to her armies, the angels. It is written about it, she rises while it is still night, and gives food to her household, and to all the harvesters of the field, the souls that are rewarded with receiving the fruits of the Nukva, who is called field, and promptly and brought them to his mother Leah. Meaning he raised their scent and awakening to the upper world that was covered, Leah, so it would impart blessings upon the lower world, Rachel, or Rachel. Okay, everyone, coming up to the time when we'll have to close, so let's just watch another short clip with Dr. Laitman guiding our intention towards such readings.
Africa.
Thank you, Rav. If the study of tests is all about the intention, is there any place in this study for any questions, except for questions regarding the intention?
You can ask about anything, yes, but you should know that understanding the wisdom of Kabbalah, understanding the upper world, the success of the study depends entirely on a person's intention, to the extent that he yearns to be in order to bestow.
And thank you once again for coming and joining this reading of this very high Kabbalistic text, and we'll just say goodbye to all of you who've since joined here on YouTube. We have Taurus from Iran. Great to see you here, Taurus. Pia from Turkey. El Jude Sands from Los Angeles. Marina says hi friends and sends her love. Akai, shalom from Peru. Best of vibes to you all. Frederick Ochieng from Kenya. Risen Nation. No, he wasn't just tripping or hallucinating. All these texts were written from a very high attainment, and the reason it seems like it might seem very strange or abstract to us is just because it's way above our current level of attainment of reality. And so we read these texts in order to draw the reforming light through them, and gradually we come to reveal more and more of what these texts are saying, the more we engage in trying to reveal it. Zorka says hello from Belgrade. Hello, Zorka. Patricia, thank you very much. Hopefully your computer issue is fixed. Cointer, Tapia, hello from California. Francine, thank you. Joe, thank you. Monica, thank you. Annie, thank you. Thank you all. And also anything else here from... We have Troy as well from Minnesota on Facebook joining. And Francisco as well. Shalom from the Philippines. Shalom to you also, Francisco. So it's been great once again being with you, and I wish you all the very best for the rest of the week and for the rest of the year, and look forward to seeing you again very soon. See you later.